NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race has officially concluded from Circuit of the Americas, and Corey Heim puts up a dominating clinic and wins his first race of 2024. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race from Circuit of Americas, the XPEL 225. We had quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. So at the start of the race, you had Connor Zilisch lead the field from the inside and Corey Heim on the outside. Connor Zilisch had a really great start, but overshoots the corner going up into turn number 1 and would drop many positions back. And then Taylor Gray actually took the lead on the restart, but would get a penalty with the pass through for cutting turn number 3 and also for jumping the start at the race, handing the lead to Tanner Gray. And then eventually Connor Zilisch came down pit road, had to get some new tires on after the flat spots happened. And then the first caution race came out lap number 3 for debris from Dale Quarterley, who had a flat tire after some contact from Spencer Boyd and Ben Rhodes as well. So then all the lap trucks basically all stayed out, but Bailey Curry came down pit road, and Connor Zilisch basically came down pit road with a front sway bar change, and he lost the lap because of it. So then on the restart, Tanner Gray lead the field from the inside and Lane Riggs on the outside, and Corey Heim got a fantastic run and was able to get the lead going into turn number 1. Then Stuart Friesen spun in turn number 11 from 12th but kept going. Then Connor Zilisch got back out on the racetrack a lap later, but then Lane Riggs got slow on the right front stretch, and Marco Andretti, Stuart Friesen basically tried to avoid him, and they basically spun off at turn number 20, and Lane Riggs' day unfortunately would come to an end early. Stayed on the racetrack, but unfortunately his chance of winning came to an end early, as unfortunately he had no power inside the truck. And then the race continued on, and then we started seeing guys come down pit road. Corey Heim, Ross Chastain, Jack Hawksworth, Stephen Parsons, Dean Thompson, Grant Enfinger all came down pit road, and Ross Chastain got a speeding penalty. They would come down pit road, while a bunch of drivers would stay out. Nick Sanchez with about 2-second lead, and he would come off the corner and win stage number 1. So then, under the caution, Corey Heim, Jack Hawksworth, Roger Kroof, Dean Thompson, Stephen Parsons, Jake Garcia all came down, stayed out, while the rest leaders came down pit road. Meanwhile, Tyler Ankrum and Dale Quarterley had some contact. So then on the restart, Corey Heim lead the field from the inside and Jack Hawksworth on the outside. And Jack Hawksworth and Corey Heim put on a really good battle and a really great show for the race lead. And Jack Hawksworth actually got the lead just for a little bit. But eventually, Corey Heim got back by Roger Kroof, got up second at a time, who had a ton of damage on his truck. And Corey Heim got back up to get the race lead. Then we started seeing some penalties for cutting the S's. Matt Crafton got a penalty. Then Nick Sanchez got a penalty. And then Connor Zilisch, who was back in round 15th at the time, he had a pass-through penalty. And then they all served their pass-throughs. And then the caution would come at lap 23 for Lawson, who stopped in turn number 6 after basically spinning out from contact from Daniel Dye and did not get it refired. Stuart Friesen, Roger Kroof, Ty Majeski, Taylor Gray, and Vicente Salas all stayed out, while the rest leaders came down pit road. So then on the next restart, Stuart Friesen lead the field from the inside with Roger Kroof on the outside, and Stuart Friesen overdrove the corner and lost a ton of positions, handing the lead to Ty Majeski, with Corey Heim eventually getting up to the lead once again after being back in 6th position. Then there's a spin between Ross Chastain and Tanner Gray back in turn number 13, and it wouldn't matter at the end as Corey Heim would come off the corner and win stage number 2. So then during the caution, Tyler Ankrum, Ben Rhodes, Roger Kroof, Stuart Friesen, Jake Garcia, Vicente Salas all came down pit road, while the rest leaders stayed out, and Tyler Ankrum and Roger Kroof came down to repair the noses. So then on the restart, Corey Heim lead the field from the inside and Ty Majeski on the outside, and Connor Zilisch actually got a really strong run in turn number 15 and jumped up to second, but had a massive tire rub. And then we saw Stephen Parsons drop to 9th from 9th because he had to come down pit road due to pass-through penalty. And then basically once again, Connor Zilisch got passed for second. Eventually he had to be penalized for cutting the course. And then a lap 36 in next caution race come out for Lawes Allen, who stopped in turn number 7 after stalling the car and having issues. So under the caution, Connor Zilisch, Ty Dillon, Grant Enfinger, Matt Crafton, Tyler Ankrum, Tanner Gray, Jack Wood all came in, while the rest leaders stayed out. So then on the restart, Corey Heim led the field from the inside and Ty Majeski on the outside, and there was a spin between Dale Quarterley, Timmy Hill, and Chase Purdy, but they all kept it going, and Taylor Gray jumped up to second. And then Christian Eckes overshot the corner the next lap from 9th and dropped a ton of positions, but was able to continue going. And then the final caution race come out lap 42 for a really strange incident for Marco Andretti. Truck stopped because of it. The rear end housing completely came out of the truck. I have never seen that in the near 20 years I've been a fan of the sport. Absolutely wild and absolutely chaotic situation there. And unfortunately, they had to red flag because of that. It would only last for about 4.5 minutes. So then on the final restart of the race, you had Corey Heim lead the field from the inside with Taylor Gray on the outside, and Nick Sanchez got spun from fourth position in turn number 1, but was able to get it back going, but lost a ton of positions. And Corey Heim took the white flag and got the lead as the leader. On the last lap of the race, Corey Heim pulled out to about a 2 or 2 second lead. Taylor Gray was doing everything he can to try to get up there. On the last lap, Roger Kroof and Stuart Friesen spun and continued. Christian Eggers also got into 7th, Parsons for 7th, and Matt Crafton got penalized for cutting turn 4 as well. But it would not matter at the end of the day, as Corey Heim would come out the final corner and pick up a dominating victory and score his first win of the 2024 season. Corey Heim put up a dominating clinic today. He had 100% the fastest truck in this race. At times he wasn't the fastest. Connor Zilisch at times was the quickest truck, but their truck got better as the day progressed and day went on, and he puts up an amazing performance today. He's been getting closer to winning. He qualified finally good in the race that he qualifies really, really well. He picks up his first truck win of the season. So congratulations to Corey Heim getting win number 1 of 2024. He was my pick going into the weekend and gets it done. Mass congratulations to him on getting his first win of the 2024 season. So now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the race results. I'll give you my score and thoughts on today's race. So Corey Heim picks up the victory. Taylor Gray finished second. Incredible comeback for him after having to come back down pit road early after cutting the course. Finished his second. A great day for him. Third top 5 of the season. Got a lot of points. Another great day for him finishing in second. Ty Majeski finished third. Great day for him. Ran top 5 and top 10 all day long for the most part. Great top 5 finish for him. Connor Zilisch finishes 4th. He was the story of the race. He won the pole. Looked like he was going to dominate this race. Overshoots the corner, has a flat tire, has a broken sway bar, goes a lap down at one point, gets multiple penalties, and drives away many times throughout the field, and finishes in 4th place in his debut. I know he didn't get the win today. I know he's going to be disappointed about that, but to finish top 5 in your debut is very impressive. And he's got an ARCA East race coming up here later today, so I was really impressed with Connor Zilisch today, even though he made a lot of mistakes. You're going to do that at 17 years old. Finishing in the top 5 in your first start, absolutely phenomenal and incredible. Good top 5 for him. Ross Chastain finishes 5th. Never had to speak a 10 for the victory, but a top 5 is pretty good, all things considered. Jack Hawksworth finished 6th, ran top 5 a lot of the day, had a very impressive performance. I expected Jack to be pretty good in this race today and gets a very respectable top 10 finish in 6th. Great day for him. Ben Rose finished 7th, solid performance for him. It's been struggling so far in 2024, so good to see him have a good day in 7th place. Christian Eckes finished 8th, had multiple penalties in this race, but he still is able to get a top 10 finish. Good day for Christian Eckes in the top 10. Dean Thompson finishes 9th, pretty solid performance for him. And Tanner Gray finishes 10th. Decent performance of Tanner, who led early in this race. Ty Dillon finished 11th, get his best finish of the 2024 season. I've been hard on Ty Dillon so far, as I know Ty Dillon can definitely do it. He has scored a top 10 this season, but 11th is really solid, all things considered. He needed a good run this weekend and got a pretty solid performance in 11th place. Grant Enfinger finished 12th, had some damage on the front end of his truck. He still finishes top 15. Solid run for him. Jack Wood gets top 15 in 13th place. Jake Garcia gets a top 15 and 14th. Decent run for him. Roger Kroof, who gets his first finish outside the top 10, still gets a top 15. Was up front near the middle portion. They made some strategy calls that cost him a shot at the win. He still finishes 15th. Decent run for him. Bailey Curry finished 16th. Timmy Hill finishes 17th. Nick Sanchez, after spinning out, he finishes 18th. 7 Parsons after getting spun out at the end. He finished 19th. Was in the top 10 a lot of the day. Unfortunately, doesn't get the finish he deserves. He finished 19th. And Stuart Friesen, after spinning out on the last lap, he finishes 20th. Carter Fartouche finishes 21st in his debut. Decent performance for him. Chase Purdy finishes 22nd. Matt Crafton, after getting penalized at the end, he finishes 23rd. Tough break for him. Matt Mills finished 24th. Continues kind of a disappointing start to the season for him. Tyler Anker finished 25th. Had a pretty decent performance going early. Unfortunately, got damaged after the contact with Chastain. He finished 25th. Dale Quarterley finished 26th. Lane Riggs finished 27th. Tough day for him. At least he did get a top 30 finish, but he had a fast truck early. Just had a lot of bad luck to start this year. I really hope he can turn the corner soon, because I know he's got talent, but he's off to one of the worst starts we've seen. He's just had a lot of bad luck and needs to turn around really quickly. Daniel Dye finished 28th. Brad Holmes finished 29th. Spencer Boyd finishes 30th. Mark Andre, after his crazy issues, finished 31st. Thad Moffitt finished 32nd. Lois Allen finished 33rd. Vicente Salas finished 34th. And finishing last in 35th place is Mason Massey. So now we're talking about the overall race as a whole, and I'll give my score and thoughts on today's race. Honestly, I thought today's race was pretty solid overall. There was some good racing up front and good racing throughout the field. Sure, it definitely got spread out for sure, but I thought the racing at times was really interesting and fun to watch. I'm going to give today's NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race overall, I'm going to give this race overall 7.8 out of 10. I thought it was a decent race for sure. It was fun to watch at times, some good battles up front especially, and there was a good racing throughout the field. I'll give it a 7.8 out of 10. I want to talk about Fox's coverage too. Terrible today. I give that like a 2. They've had bad coverage in trucks, but wow, this is one of the worst broadcasts I've ever seen. They didn't know what was going on. There's been a frustration with Fox all year long. I like Jamie Little as a pit reporter. She is not a great commentator, in my opinion, and she needs to get out of there, and they need to put someone else in there because, in my personal opinion, she's not a great lead broadcaster. Great pit reporter, not a great lead broadcaster, in my honest opinion. Michael and Phil just didn't seem to know what they were doing either in this race. So, that is it for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race review from Circuit of the Americas. One thing, guys, for watching, please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's race. What are your thoughts on today's race? Let me know below. Let me know your score in the comments below. And congratulate Corey Heim on picking up his first win of 2024. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Later today on the channel, we'll have the NASCAR Xfinity Series race to be from Circuit Americas coming up here relatively shortly. And we'll also might have an SVG video dropping later today as well. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode. And I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.